Today I want to speak about Saturn, but while I was writing my script for this video, I noticed on YouTube there are hundreds of videos about Saturn already. So I thought to myself, do I really want to do the same video National Geographic did 5 years ago? I came to the conclusion, yes, but I will be honest with you, Saturn makes no sense for me. I'm Universe Explained, and I will explain to you why Saturn should not even exist in a normal world. Not even is Saturn a gas giant with a radius about 9 times that of Earth. But despite its enormous size, Saturn is surprisingly light. In fact, its average density is so low that in theory, Saturn could float on water. And I know, you heard that 1,000 times already. But that's where the problem begins, because a planet this massive should not be that light. So how is Saturn even possible? Maybe we will find out if we go inside Saturn. Saturn's interior is believed to consist of a rocky core surrounded by layers of metallic hydrogen and helium, which slowly turns into gas as you move toward the outer atmosphere. Deep inside the planet, extreme pressure and temperature cause hydrogen to behave like metal, generating Saturn's magnetic field. While this magnetic field is weaker than Earth at the surface, its overall influence is far greater due to Saturn's massive size. The temperature in Saturn's core may exceed 11,000 degrees Celsius. Even more surprising, Saturn gives off more than twice the energy it gets from the Sun. One possible reason for this extra heat is something called helium rain. Under extreme conditions, helium separates from hydrogen and sinks deeper into the planet, releasing energy as it falls. In the upper atmosphere, ammonia crystals give the planet its pale yellow color. One of Saturn's most remarkable features is found at the North Pole, a massive hexagonal storm pattern. Storm pattern. This six-sided structure is wider than Earth and rotates in sync with the planet's interior. At the South Pole, Saturn hosts a powerful hurricane-like storm with a clearly defined eye, phenomenon. Phenomenon that was once thought to exist only on Earth. Because of Saturn's extremely fast rotation, a single day on this planet lasts just over 10.5 hours. This rapid rotation causes Saturn to bulge at the equator and flatten at the poles, giving it an oblate shape that is clearly visible in images from space. But now comes the crazy part. As you might know, Saturn is best known for its remarkable ring system, the largest and most prominent in the solar system. The rings consist primarily of water, ice, with varying amounts of rock, metal and dust, which gives them their high reflectivity. They extend hundreds of thousands of kilometers away from the planet, yet their vertical thickness is only a few tenths of a meters in most regions. The ring system is divided into several major sections, separated by gaps such as the Cassini division, which is maintained by gravitational interactions with Saturn's moons. The particles in the rings range from size from tiny dust grains to large chunks several meters wide. They move around Saturn in complex paths, constantly influenced by gravity and collisions. The rings are not static, they are always changing, shaped by impact, gravitational forces and material slowly falling into Saturn's atmosphere. Scientists believe the rings may be relatively young and could have formed from the remains of a moon or comet that came too close to Saturn and was torn apart. Saturn is also surrounded by a large and complex system of moons. The largest of them is Titan, which dominates the system and contains most of the mass orbiting Saturn. Titan is bigger than the planet Mercury and is only moon in the solar system with a thick atmosphere. On its surface, there are lakes and seas made of liquid hydrocarbons instead of water. Because of its complex chemistry, Titan is one of the most interesting places to study the early building blocks of life. Modern explorations of Saturn reached its peak with the Cassini mission. From 2004 to 2017, the spacecraft orbited Saturn and closely studied the planet, its rings and the moons. Cassini greatly improved under understanding of Saturn, especially Titan. The mission ended with a controlled dive into Saturn's atmosphere to prevent contamination of moons that might support life. Even today, Saturn remains one of the most fascinating objects in the night sky. It is the most distant planet that can easily be seen with the naked eye from Earth, appearing as a small yellowish point of light. With even a small telescope, Saturn's rings become visible, showing why this planet has fascinated humans for thousands of years. And once you look at all of this, its structure, its rings, and its strange moons, it becomes hard to not wonder how a planet like Saturn can exist at all. I still don't know how Saturn is possible, but if you want to learn something about another gas giant and my favorite planet in the solar system, check out my video about Jupiter. If you liked the video, please consider to subscribe and leave a like. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.